Hey, Tony Gaston here. Y'all gotta forgive me. And I know I just be throwing anything on now with this hat and this shirt, but and don't go together. You don't want to see these shorts and these flip flops I got on. Going to pick up some food for the family, but I wanted to pop on here and do a shorter version of what I did earlier today. And I want to help y'all understand. This is for the ladies specifically. That what I'm noticing, a lot of women, and it could be, it's mostly black women that I see in the comments. Of course, my audience is, a lot of people of color, and then there's other, races and stuff like that, but at a smaller percentage. But it has been said that there's a very large amount of black women who are single. And I have found that a lot of the women that I coach, a lot of the black women I coach have been single for many years. And that is largely in part due to the disparity in numbers between women and men, and then the levels of successful qualified men to the amount of successful qualified women. It's just women are really blowing men out the park. But because of that, it has, what's this? What? The gate closed. I went in the gate earlier. But because of this, what has happened is it has women not understanding what happens in a normal relationship. And when you get in a relationship, you don't often continue to talk about your relationship because you're in your relationship. So you're in your relationship minding your business, and you're not doing a bunch of talking because you're trying to make it work. Now, once you figure out a system and you got it to where it works, like my relationship, then you're able to start opening your mouth and talking. And so that's why I talk as a man, because as I learn, I teach. And that's my calling. Nah, that's not my wife calling, so that's why she don't talk, because she don't want to. But what's happening is a lot of women don't understand what a successful relationship, a relationship that you call successful, has gone through just about everything that you call toxic. You want to hear that? You want to hear that? I ain't finna go through that. You want to hear that? Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna be hard pressed to find a relationship that is surviving or thriving, that has not gone through all of the human motions or close to it. There are communication issues, gaslighting, love bombing, twin flaming, all y'all little terms that y'all love to use. When you find a successful relationship that's gonna be honest with you, see, a lot of times nobody will be honest with you because you the opposition. So a lot of times your friends and family don't want to tell you they business because they can't trust that you're gonna keep it between y'all. And a lot of people don't necessarily care enough to tell you the truth so that you could have a successful relationship, because just human nature, a lot of humans are not that selfless. And then on top of that, if they told you that they went through infidelity, they went through a bunch of lying, they went through physical altercations. It's a difference between a physical altercation and physical abuse. There's a difference, and you might not understand the difference, but abuse is when you are using your power to control and dominate someone who is not as powerful as you. So it's what we call an abuse of power. A physical altercation could be somebody got mad, threw them old shove, somebody shoved back, somebody slapped back. Now you can call that abuse, but why do you think we don't call it physical abuse when people get in a fight in the street or at school? You call it a physical altercation. You call it a fight. So you got to understand, a lot of relationships, way more than I thought, than I realized until I started doing this work, have gone through physical altercations. And now, contrary to popular belief, a good amount of them is started by the woman, because her being the quote-unquote weaker vessel, she feel like she could hit a man, and then sometimes she'll get out of hand, and sometimes that man got to get back with her. And then some women will pull the, oh, you gonna hit a woman? And some men will pull the, absolutely, you hit me. And so when I started doing this work, I was real shocked to see that the successful relationship that's working, like they working on their relationship and they thriving, had gone through about everything under the sun. So that's why I say that it's a lot of single women who haven't been in a relationship in 5 years, 10 years, or you done had little situationships and did a little dating. It's a lot of women that have no clue whatsoever what a relationship, what you go through in a relationship to get it to that point to where y'all have a mutual love and mutual respect, and you get past the power struggles and past the ego battles and all of those things, and you get to the love. It's a process of maturation that humans have to go through to get to that place, and a lot of people don't understand it, and it's very interesting to see. But hey, it's Tony Gaskins. Y'all have to realize, get somebody that's gonna be honest with you. Talk to somebody that's gonna be honest with you, one of your friends, one of your family, and just say, keep it real with me. Have you ever been cheated on and forgave? Have you ever cheated and been forgave? Have you ever threw you a lick? Have a lick ever been thrown at you? What's the biggest lie you done told? What's the biggest lie you've been told? Have you anything else that you think will be shocking to me? Really talk to somebody who, they'll keep it real with you. And you're going to be like, oh, because of the fairy tale and people not having transparency, that's why you think this 50-part series is so shocking, because transparency is so rare. That's why people is naming this 50-part series as like, that's a lot of people who ain't never been in a relationship is naming it psychotic, sociopath, all of this. But when you talk to enough people who have been in a relationship, they be like, man, listen, the person I was with lied to me every day, lied every week, lied about the smallest insignificant things that had nothing to do with nothing. And some of them people got through it, worked through it. They got to the root of why is the lies being told so much. They got to the root of it, addressed it, and they got past it. And some people, they never got past it because they never got to the root, or the person didn't want to change at their core. But I want you to realize, if you think you finna go into a relationship and it's just finna be picnics and praise, peaches and cream, and you're not gonna cry, and you're not gonna stress, and you're not gonna lose sleep, and you're not gonna have to call out to God and pray and fall on your face, you mistaken, and you probably ought to just stay single. Because you got to remember, humans, just like you a human and you flawed, whoever you end up loving is a human and they are flawed. And y'all gonna have to put in some work, some real work. Hey, this Tony Gas. God bless you. Got to go on in here. We'll talk soon.